Okay. So, as a reminder, Stop Asian Hate is not a trend. It is absolutely nothing like Black Lives Matter. It is absolutely unlike. So, anyways, this so this is an Asian hate. So the leftists are misusing the hashtag Stop Asian Hate and screw them for doing this. And they don't even really realize how hard it actually is, because they're not Asians and they don't know like what it's like. So anyways, the latest Asian hate crime happened in Harlem, Manhattan, New York. So the victim is a six. So so he's in the hospital right now. He's a 61-year-old Chinese man who was collecting cans in Manhattan to make ends meet. He was brutally assaulted by a black man, and there is actually footage of this guy. And what happened is now the Chinese man is after being brutally assaulted, and he's in a medically induced coma in a hospital while his wife thinks fears he might not make it. So what happened was Yao Pan Ma was attacked from behind, and then of course the attack from behind, and then man really kicked. So this black man was oh, I think of the black man looking at the photo. So so middle-aged man in the dark jacket with the baseball cap around 8:20 p.m. Friday, at the corner of Third Avenue and 125 Street in Harlem District of Manhattan, and so anyways, this man was kicking him. So this is not the first time where we've heard of a person kicking an Asian person. So kicking a person when they're like literally down and they're unable to help themselves is absolutely disrespectful, and you are absolutely, if you're a person who does that, you are labeled a scumbag. So apparently the Yao Pan Ma, he was sent in the hospital at the Harlem hospital as of Monday. So 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 he was it reported that he had resorted to collecting cans in the street after losing his restaurant job in September. So he and his wife, Baozhen Chen, came to the United States to seek a better life. Oh, it's always sad to hear like stuff like this. So looking at the photo, it looks like looks like some black dude. Because it definitely doesn't look like he had the tan. Yeah, looks like a black dude with like a baseball cap, black coat. And there's a photo of Yao Pan Ma, and I hate seeing hospital photos of someone being hurt. Oh god, it's so people are like acting like like it's this is all white supremacy's their fault, and black people are always the victim. But they're not. They're not. So please don't forget that racism can happen like literally everywhere around the world. So blacks could be racist, uh, have been, have been racist to white people. White people have been racist to black people. People have been racist to Aboriginal people, and Asians have been racist to other Asians. Europeans have been racist to Africans, and yeah, Africans have been racist to Europeans again, and there's like racism literally has happened all over the world. It doesn't just happen like it's not just like one race that is always the victim. So I think people are like still confused about that. And if you look at the photo by thanks to New York Post, yes, that looks like a black man. So so looking at the photo actually right now, he looks like a middle-aged man. So probably like he's in the late 30s, early 40s. So he doesn't look like he's like late 40s or yeah. Yeah, people are only focusing on Black Lives Matter. Don't forget that. Yeah, and everyone's gone crazy over the George Floyd thing. Anything, oh, basically like, oh, yeah, only black people are like the victims. They're not. And Black Lives Matter, and yeah, don't forget there. This is Black Lives Matter is a hate Marxist hate group. That does absolutely does not care for black people, and yeah, and it's been revealed that the person yeah who runs Black Lives Matter is yeah she run a couple of mansions in white neighborhoods. Yeah, if, bet you heard about that one. So it's just a shame that terrible that like criminals Ahmed Arbery, yeah, they're like idolizing criminals, and Breonna Taylor, yeah. Even though Breonna Taylor's mom clearly told you guys not to. And then don't forget black on black crime that exists, like that black girl, Micaiah Bryant, yeah, or whatever name is. Uh, yeah, she was like literally says threatening to stab her. Like she literally said that right in front of a cop. And yeah, you don't do that in front of a cop. Yet, what North America is the problem. Had the problem with is like, they're like looking as Asians as a lower class than And don't forget the Korean town riot. That was started by black people on on Korean people in LA. So if you want to say, and if you're like one of those that people think still saying that no, if that agent's fault, yeah, then you're an all uncultured person. And of course, I'm gonna have to mention Davin Lee again, guitarist and producer, who that mentioned about onto a Twitter about how people are of all other races are endorsing Asian culture and basically stuff we made or improved or made better, or stuff that the other people would not have had until we made it or created or. And I just find it absolutely disgusting that people are like, of course, there's also that coronavirus accusation, which is actually theoretically incorrect. Then also the China virus and the Kung flu that Donald Trump, yeah, screw him. Yeah, but we hate Joe Biden too. So, and no, not all Asians are related to China. No, we are not. I mean, like, people from the USA probably don't hate it when people assume they're related to Canadians, and yeah, yeah, I hate you. Yeah, you guys would probably hate that. So it's as Davin Lee said, why are people endorsing Asian culture but do not accept Asian people, which is absolutely just disrespectful. And don't forget, North America, like USA and Canada, yeah, they do not have their own culture. It literally is made up of cultures, people from Africa, Native people, Europeans, and Asians. And other places. So yeah, they don't have their own culture. So I know you guys, some of y'all like really hate to admit it, but it's true. And you can dislike as much as you want, but it's true. You guys don't have a culture. You're just being racist, and yeah, endorse the culture. Endorse the culture, yet you don't like accept the people who made that. So technically, it doesn't belong to you. And New York City's Chinatown is also a big spot where racism against Asian people who are have a Chinese background or look Chinese get picked on, targeted, assaulted, and or verbally or physically, and most of the time even both. And don't forget that that there was an incident on a New York City subway where a Singapore man he was just heading to work, and then some black guy who looked like a thug really beat the crap out of the Singapore man, assuming that he had coronavirus, but. And yet people are still thinking that that was false. Yeah. Shut up, Black Lives Matter people. So it's just I just hate it, and some people have also called tagged Porter Robinson for the DJ for using agent stuff. Not too sure if that's 100% exact, but yeah, I've seen some music videos by him and songs produced by him, and yeah, a couple of them were like looked like anime stuff. So I'm thinking like, is he stealing from the Japanese, or is he just endorsing them, or yeah, that was my confusion. That's all. But on Davin Lee's post on Twitter, yeah, people were tagging Porter Robinson about that one. So yeah, so if you use footage by like anime styles or stuff like that, yeah, and to make your videos, yeah, technically you're stealing from Japan or like possibly China or South Korea. So I'm just going to say again, so if you see any racism or hate crimes on Asians, please report it ASAP to the local police, because they're like police working together with the Asian communities to try and figure out who did the crime. So please and don't forget to contact the local Asian support group near you. There's like tons of them in the USA and Canada. So if you're in the USA, the most reliable one is Asian American Pacific Islanders. There's Hated the Virus group, but they're Black Lives Matter centered, so don't support them. They don't support Asians. So the Asian American Pacific Islanders group has been partnered up with people like Benny Luo, Ken Jeong, and many other Asian Americans. And Stephen Lim from BuzzFeed. And then the ones in Canada, there's like a couple of Chinese supporting groups, and also Asian support groups in Canada. You just have to look further. And please show support for any Asian friends or people you know. So, you know. So if you're even going to think about like celebrating Lunar New Year or Chinese New Year, please mention a Chinese or a Korean friend you know, because technically you're stealing a holiday that we own that you don't. So show your support by helping to support the Asian community, and use the hashtag #StopAsianHate and stop racism for any posts on social media. So we need more people to support these. We cannot have these leftists trying to use stop Asian hate as a tool like they did with Black Lives Matter. We are not. It is not the same. Kick the black. We need to kick the leftists out of this. Yeah, they have no concern for us. So yeah, please help us stop anti-Asian Asian hate crimes. And please remember, Asian hate crimes they'll verbally or physically or online, like people cyberbullying. So it does not just happen in the USA. It happens everywhere in the world right now. So yeah. So and don't forget, racism is not just like black people being the victim. And anyone could be a victim, and anyone could be like the person of any race could be the person doing a hate crime. So people who are like still blindsided about that. Yeah. So please support the Stop Asian Hate movement and support Asians. And if you want to follow Davin Lee, yeah, I dropped his follow him on his channel. His music's pretty good. Yeah, he's signed to the Seeking Blue label. And you can follow him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to listen to a SoundCloud, links down below. As a final reminder, Stop Asian Hate is not a trend.